I thought we'd come outside and do the vlog today, because it's so gorgeous. If you're in the UK, you'll know we're set for kind of record temperatures over the next few days. I think 32, 33 on Monday or something. I don't know how much I'm going to be inside the studio. You've seen here before, I've done stuff in the courtyard before, but I just thought, well, I had to do a bit here today actually for next week's video about the iPod. I realised when I was clipping it together, I missed just a couple of sentences out that made the whole story complete. So I came out here today and I thought, well, because it could almost be a sort of vaguely London lot I was in, so it didn't look totally out of place. Here's the thing that you have to do for continuity though. When I got back from London the other night, my shirts, the white shirt and the denim shirt I had, were just humming because it had been a long, hot day and they just went straight in the washing machine. I got in last night, realised I had to re-record this little bit of clip, this little take that I needed. So out they came and I was ironing them this morning. I was just spraying stuff on them to try and make them not hum too much. I had to bring them in and I used to put my lanyard back on to make sure it looked pretty similar to when I was recording in London. Then I realised I was showing my shorts. So anyway, it's all okay. I got it back. It's only a tiny little bit, but it just makes the story complete. And that's the kind of the kind of length I go to try and make things just. So I think the iPod, I'm surprised the story on Medium hasn't done too well. But then again, at the moment, Medium isn't doing wonderful things. So, I'm surprised. I thought it might catch on because when I watched Pete's video yesterday, it was very much the same, not nostalgia trip, but he was talking about notebooks again and things like that. And there's a definite vibe for this at the moment. Clearly, people have had enough of the constant, the drive of technology. I know it sounds weird because I run a tech channel. I love tech, but sometimes you just need to back off that little bit. And his video, the audio in his video, I thought was really poor though. The music bed was so loud. It's a really heavy bass on it, and I just thought it was too much. But anyway, I'm hoping that the iPod video catches on next week. I don't know. Clearly the glasses video hasn't done well. That's nothing that I'm surprised about. But obviously it paid me well, so it needed to be done. I think I might buy some views in it. Not only for the sponsor, but also when other sponsors look at the channel, if I've got one video that looks it's really poor, that doesn't help me. So because they've paid me quite well and they've already paid half of it, I think I'm going to buy £100 worth of views to go onto that video. The Honor one, I haven't looked at the figures recently. The £100 hasn't done amazingly well. And to say, I'm not being an AR channel. I've never spoken about AR glass because I knew it wouldn't do well. But it's evergreen. It'll sit there. It'll do its thing. And the ones I've still got in the pipeline, I've got the Ugreen NAS to do, I've got the ESR charger to do, and Wondershare came back this morning as well. They want to do a video now about data, reclaiming lost data, which is a little bit more legitimate, and hopefully Google won't ban that one. So anyway, it's nice they came back. I thought they would, because if you remember, I made the wrong video for them initially. So I don't know how much that video I can use, because they've done a new version of it. I've got to look at the link she sent me. I've got to look at that over the weekend, and also I've got to look at the brief from Ugreen as well. And I phoned Wex in London today, and they definitely do sensor cleaning on a Saturday. They wanted me there early, which I can't because I'm in Windsor getting my hair cut. But I could get back from Windsor and get on the train, but I probably wouldn't get in there till about 2, something like that, 3. They shut at 6. They say it takes about an hour, depending how busy they are. So I'm going to phone Putney, fingers crossed, man. That's my plan, to leave Windsor and go to Putney and get there for sort of 1-ish. Obviously, I have the camera with me, but I'll take the iPhone so I can record things while they're, hopefully I want to record them fixing it or cleaning it, as you know. There was a couple of other things I was going to mention as well. Burfy. Remember that case? I put a real nice proposal together for them because they wanted on the iPhone flip or fold and on the 18 Pro and Pro Max. So I put together a really nice proposal for them, gave them a discount. Remember, I took ages writing that email, I told you about it. They came back today and said £150. I did kind of smile, as you can imagine. £150. I haven't done a video for £150, I'm glad to say, in a very, very, very long time. I don't know who they think they're going to get to make a video for £150. But yeah, so that one's been kicked out. Because I keep all these emails, I flag them and I archive them so I can get to them quickly. And yeah, so that one's been completely deleted now. Yeah, funny enough, I was going to talk about, well, there was a couple of messages, I think Tracy mentioned it, Steve mentioned it, the podcast. I'm still not sure what to do with it. For me at the moment, the amount of work I was putting into it every other Friday and being the most of that Friday, the phrase of the moment I'm using was the juice weren't worth the squeeze. as much as I loved it, I realised it was a passion project for me. It wasn't earning me money, it was taking a lot of my time out, and I was doing it virtually single-handedly. So I just decided it wasn't worth it. It's annoying it's stuck on that 99th. Clearly it'd be nice to get to 100. But I haven't officially said that it's gone. And I don't know, the podcast show the other day did enthuse me. Every time I go to the podcast show, I come back with ideas, with energy and wanting to do things. But I just don't know the future of it. The amount of, when I was there, clearly the numbers I was hearing, people were telling me numbers they were earning from sponsors, but then they were with agencies, which makes a big difference. And my fear is that my podcast is so small that getting found, getting discovered and monetising is going to take a lot of doing. I have got a follow-up to do with Riverside. I must take the card out, the jeans that were in the washing machine. Actually, I forgot to get it out this morning. I don't know if there's any future to them or not. I genuinely love the Riverside platform, and if I was to podcast again, I would use Riverside. I really got into it towards the end of last year. I used virtually all of the features that were available to me. But I don't know. For the time being, this feels more podcasty. The fact it's daily, I love. The fact I can talk about anything, I love. If it's tech that comes up, I love. But I could kind of just let you in totally here. I could do that as a podcast, but then I don't see the point. I'd rather do a little bit every day than wait for a week or every fortnight and an hour. I don't know. For the time being, I think this is better suited to me. Which leads me to the other point, and really the final point I was going to talk about today, is kind of why I got into this in the first place. You might remember I've got the design business, which goes up and down, but my passion's not in that, and I knew that was going to change after COVID. It wouldn't be as profitable as it was. I was doing radio, and me being me, I go into it balls deep. So I was doing 3 shows a week live, which with often the interviews I was doing on the Jazz Show and with the prep and the producing of the shows, I was doing 30 to 40 hours a week of radio for nothing. And they were very open from the get-go, still friends with the guys at the station, not a problem. There might be a get-together, some of the presenters later this year, great, that's not a problem. It just had served its time. And that particular station, Solar Radio, and me go back a long, long way to 84, 85 when I first found it as a London-based pirate. So it was a lot of nostalgia for me, and it meant a lot to me. But times changed, and then I heard about the creator economy. And what strikes me is, the reason this is very me is because it's a loner thing. I've never been happy when I work alone. I'm not a team, I don't know if it's a bad side of me or not, but I'm not a team player. I don't enjoy waiting for, and that was part of the problem with the podcast. I don't enjoy relying on other people. I like to do things myself. I come in, write the list down, and I'll go through them at my speed and get everything done during the course of the day. And I like to work that way. I've always been a very motivated person, and that's why this whole content thing was perfect for me. To some degree, not completely true, you reap what you sow. If you work hard, you do get rewarded. And certainly since the first few months of this year, when I was guilty of sort of doing the same old the time, and the way that I've changed how I'm recording now, learned how to record on location a lot better. Again, the video I've done with the iPod, it's not perfect, but I think people forgive me that for the constant change of scenery and seeing some of London and just being out and about. And I think people accept the fact that there's going to be slight compromises in quality. But I've taught myself that. I've changed things doing this. I've become better in front of the camera, and there have been changes, and so that's why I think I'm seeing some improvement in the channel. But it's strange how something that started off very much as a passion, because I used to love watching YouTube. I still do love watching YouTube. The first thing that I do when I get in of an evening is click on YouTube. I don't often look at it here during the day. I do try to work here during the day. So I click on YouTube, look at the thumbnail. Like tonight, I've been a massive watcher of Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel. Over the last year or so, I've watched their monologues every night, and obviously Stephen Colbert's show finished last time ever, so I'll be looking at that tonight. I think I did start to watch Matty's thing about the Insta360 last night, so I've got that to watch. There's just videos, there's so much, and it just fuels my passion to want to do other things. But it's strange how something that starts off as a passion, not a passion project, I was always like eyes open that this had to pay bills. And I've just looked at what I've got booked for the rest of this month, and this month will be okay, and people do tend to pay quickly. But it's down on me now just to not take any time off and to get these turned out. I've got 3 videos to make, and they're not obviously, say one's about the iPod. I know how to do that. I can just walk in front of the camera and pretty much begin. So I'm going to do a short here in a minute, talking about the notifications and the iPod and that kind of thing. And I can pretty much just talk on that But with these, they work. And the thing is that that was the point I was getting to. This now has become a job. I love what I do, and I love the fact that it's opened up the opportunity to learn about cameras and to learn about photography and things that I would never have done. I would never have known that I was passionate about it. I would never have known that I wanted to do it had it not been for this. And what I don't want to happen is to lose sight of the fact, like with this beautiful weather this weekend, I don't want to be stuck in there all weekend working. Although I desperately need to earn money, the mortgage thing isn't looking good. The accountant gave him the accounts that he needs. Now the mortgage guy, the accounts he needs to see what he can do. He's warned me it's not going to be pretty. The figures yesterday were really soporific. That to one side, I know I need to earn money, but I don't want this to turn into a job. I want it to be something that's still a passion, something I'm passionate about. And I think the fact that I can carry on learning about it and carry on doing better all the time, and at the end of the day, is something I enjoy, even though it is kind of a treadmill as far as one video finishes and the next video starts. I don't want to lose sight of the fact that I'm lucky doing what I do and that I love doing what I do, and I don't want it to become something that becomes purely a job and something I'm doing purely for the money. That would be wrong, and I think that would come across on the videos as well. And I think part of the reason that the videos have done better recently is because more of my characters coming out and you can see that I'm enjoying things. And you know, when you watch the iPod video, you'll see that I really enjoy. When you watch the glasses video, you can see that I actually did enjoy using the glasses, and I'm not afraid now to let it down. I've let my guard down just to be me. And I think that goes an awful long way. So, yeah, that was it. I just want to say the reason I started this was because it's perfect for me being a loner. What I don't want to do is lose sight of the fact that I'm really lucky to do what I do and for it to turn purely into a job. It was the right move doing it out here, you know. I've got some sun on my body. I feel like I've got some warmth on my skin now. And it's just brought a bit of happiness back to me. I will work this weekend. Tomorrow, as you know, I'm not sure where I'm going yet. I really don't particularly want to go into London if I can help it this weekend. I'm sure the weather will make it busier than hell. So I'd really rather not go. And if I can go to Putney, for once I'll just drive air conditioned in a car. The other thing, I hate my car, by the way. I have given it a name. If anyone's got friends or family that's called Clive, I apologise. I've called it Clive because it's the most boring car I've ever had, and it's awful. And this morning, it just wouldn't. I had to go from home, drop something off, some work off. 5 minutes, CarPlay's fine. Got back in the car after dropping the work off. No CarPlay. Just didn't want to know. Who knows what will happen when I get back into it tonight? It's one of those things. And I go to the car. Sometimes it will automatically lock and recognise me as I'm walking to. Other times, it just doesn't. Sometimes the boot, you can do that flicky thing. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sunroof rattles. Sometimes it doesn't. It's one of those cars. It was a Friday afternoon car. I've got another year on it yet, and I'm seriously looking into, I think it's beginning to come up on my feed now, cars for under £10,000. A BMW Z4 from kind of 2010-ish, or an SLK from that sort of period. I fancy something just a little bit fun, nothing flash. And also, if I can get away from paying a monthly ticket, let's say I was to take some of my savings out and buy the car outright, although it would be a dent first off, I'd be saving a lot of money each month, and of course never owning a car. If I do hand the keys back, and there's a lot of steps between there, I haven't bought a second-hand car in a long, long time, but if I do hand the keys back, it will have been 12, 13 years of doing PCPs, and all that money, of course, effectively is dead. Okay, I was aware of it when I did it, and you get the benefit of the car working all the time. And my car gets serviced next Friday. I've got to get an MOT on it because it's 3 years old now, so I've got to get an MOT, but luckily there's an MOT station literally just beyond that wall, so I can get that sorted out. But anyway, their thoughts another day. So it was just nice getting some sun on the body. It makes me feel kind of human. I haven't been indoors all day long. I'm going to go and take this off the card now, let the camera cool down for a bit, then I'm going to come back out here and do a short. I think I can get it done pretty much in one take. He says, famous last words. I'll speak to you tomorrow from somewhere. That's all I can tell you, from somewhere.